Alright guys, so welcome back to Patreon requests. As always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon and hit the third tier. That'll allow you access to all the other videos on Patreon, as well as send me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. Yeah, I did take a little break from Patreon requests because I did like 8 videos in a row, and I was just like so wiped from that. I was like legit wiped from that whole thing, and I was just like, oh, I need a little break. It also let some more people send me a lot more requests, so I got to do got to stockpile some Patreon requests. So stay tuned for those. Anyway, so this first one comes from Dominique Fuentes, who asked me to do a "What Would They Think" video, and today we're going to be talking about what would Magneto think of Ra's al Ghul. So let's get started. So the big thing is, like, what if, this isn't a fight, this is more like, what if Magneto encountered Ra's al Ghul? And I think, like, he would be like, so you're immortal, but you're not, it's not a power, you steal it. You basically steal it from the Earth. And I think Ra's would be like, it's a necessary end. For my, the ends justify the means, something I think you would probably, sympathize with, Eric. So I think the two of them, Magneto, of course, would be combative towards Ra's because he is, even though he's immortal, he's still human. So I think the thing would be but I think Ra's would be sympathetic towards Magneto and actually agree with his goals. Only, like, I think if if Ra's existed in the Marvel universe, I think, like, he would be like, yeah, what I'm doing is going to bring equality to both. You see, Magneto, you just want freedom for your race. I want freedom for all races. I want them, you talk about, like, how you experience the worst in humanity during the Nazi regime. I've experienced it for about 800 years. It's not going to get better, it's only going to get worse. So I think like Ra's would be, like, very open to the idea of, like, empathizing with Magneto's, like, anger towards humanity, because he's seen the worst of humanity himself. Like, he has definitely seen what mankind is capable of, and I can tell you it's nothing good. So Magneto would definitely be Magneto would still be kind of, like, on the fence about him, because, like, again, he would be like, you're a human and you're trying to do all this for what? You're doing all of this for to save mankind when even you say you can't save them. And I think Ra's would be like, it's the same reason as to why you do, you carry out your actions, because you believe you can, your race can do better. But basically, what I think Ra's would be like, what I'm trying to do with the League of Assassins and everything I do is in the name of justice and freedom for all. So you're only focusing on one, but I think Magneto would see Ra's, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I really do think Magneto would see Ra's al Ghul as, like, a more extremist Charles Xavier. Like, it's basically, what if Charles had Magneto's extremistic views? And I think he would almost come to respect that in a way, where it's like, you want to, bring Earth, bring these people together, but you want to get rid of, like, the politics, those who really want to harm them. And I think Magneto, like, now, like, if this was present day Magneto, I think he'd be more like, I see what you're trying to do here, but we can't do that anymore. But if this is past Magneto, I think, like, Ra's could probably talk him into, like, maybe you and I can, like, work on an alliance together. Like, maybe there's a shot of you and I, working together at this. I do think, like, Magneto would also be very much on the sense of what you're going to do is kill a lot of mutants along with it. I think that would be like, if Ra's was trying to convince Magneto to, like, join him in any sort of way, he would basically be like, what you're gonna do is kill a lot of mutants too, but, like, Ra's would be like, no, yes, but, like, I'm gonna kill a lot of humans too, and there'll be enough of both, like, when I'm done, there'll be enough of both humans and mutants together that will, repropagate the world, and maybe they'll intermingle and create more. So I think that's, but I do think Magneto would have, like, a lot of understanding as to, like, what Magneto's trying to do, but once he sees like the end game of it, he'd be like, "You're gonna kill a lot of like it doesn't matter. You're gonna kill a lot of mutants," and I think like that's where it would stop, honestly. So, I do think they were like if this was an X-Men Batman story, Magneto and Ra's would probably be the go-to alliance, but up until then, it would be like up until that point, like they would be allies up until that point. Anyway. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of, what do you guys think it would be like if Magneto met Ra's al Ghul? Do you think they'd be allies? Do you think they'd understand each other? Or do you think it would be temporary alliance? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, if you'd like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below, head on over to my Patreon, hit the 3rd tier. And once again, I'd like to thank Dominique Fuentes for this Patreon request, as well as continued Patreon support. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.